Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to the online class as well as welcome to our social studies. How are you, children? Hope all are fine and all are listening the online classes. Okay, children, I already given 3 lessons fair note. Only a few students are posted the fair note in the group. Compulsory, those who completed the 3 lessons fair note of paper 1, you have to post in the group. Okay, na children? After 2 days or 3 days, I will give the paper to first lesson fair note also. Okay, na? Coming to the recapitalization. Okay, what we have discussed in the last class is we discussed about the rule of directory. Okay, Napoleon gets power. What is the meaning of directory? As you have to say already. In the yesterday only I told what is the meaning of directory. Okay, an executive made up of 5 members is called directory. What is the new assembly of France? It's the national convention. Okay, the national convention draft the constitution. In that constitution they given powers to the directory. Means an executive team made up of 5 members is called a directory. But these 5 members are incapable, they are incorrect, they done lot of corruption in the France. Under their rule, the country economy was decreased, unemployment was increased, the currency lost the value, the government treasury was empty. Then the image of these 5 members was comes down. Then the people of France, they are looking for a great leader who was protecting the France, as well as who was taking the France country forward. At that time, Napoleon gets a series of victories. Okay, given the victories to the France, then the people kept hope on the rule of the Napoleon. At last, Napoleon captured the power with the help of who? Abbasias. Yes or no, children? Then he kept the new government. What is the name of the new government, children? As Consulate. And he was the first consul of 1799 to 1804. In 1805, he declared himself as the Emperor of France. Again, he ruled for 10 years. Even though he declared the Emperor of France, okay, it does not remove the Republic of the France. Okay, when the Napoleon was defeated, in the Battle of Waterloo, in which year? 1815. Again, the monarchy was revived in the France. Even though the monarchy system was revived, then the ideas of fraternity, equality and freedom was inspired by the people. Okay, na children? French Empire was in highest peak when the Napoleon was ruling, because Napoleon defeated the Spain, France, Napoleon defeated the Portugal. In the entire Europe continent except England and Turkey Empire is in the hands of Napoleon. Then all the monarchic empires came together and they merged into an alliance in the leadership of England. At last, for several attempts, Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo, in which year? 1815. Okay, na? In that year only, the Vienna Congress done a lot of changes in the political field under the leadership of Metternich. Okay, again, Vienna Congress, they revived the monarchic empires in the France. At last, Louis XVIII became the king of the France. Charles X defeated the Louis XVIII. Then again, Charles X was trying to do the reform, the old system like clergy and nobility. And also, he abolished the freedom of press and House of Representatives. Okay, na children? At last, a bigger revolution was broke out in 1830. Then Charleston given power to his close relatives to Louis Philippe. Even though Louis Philippe does not make the changes in the France, at last in 1848 the revolution was came and the Louis Philippe was went away from the France. Then the France declared the Second Republic in 1848. Again, Napoleon III restored the king system. At last, in 1871, again France declared the Third Republic of France under the leadership of Leon Gambetta. Okay, children, up to this we have completed. Okay, coming to the today topic, we will discuss about the unification of Germany. Unification of unification means merging, unity. Okay, na children? Children, come into the unification of Germany. Unification means unity. Okay, in this topic we will discuss about how the Germany was came unity, who was done, and who was against the unification of Germany. Okay, na children? Till 19th century, means 1801 to 1899. Till 19th century, the Germany was divided into small kingdoms. Okay, Germany was divided into small independent kingdoms. Okay, till 19th century. Okay, na children? Then in 1806, okay, then in 1806, the Napoleon Bonaparte conquered these kingdoms and formed the Rhine Confederation with 39 kingdoms. Okay, na children? Very, very important. In which year? Yes, in 1806. Who? Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, Napoleon Bonaparte conquered kingdoms of Germany and formed Rhine Confederation. Rhine, very, very important. Rhine Confederation with how many kingdoms? With 39 kingdoms. Okay, na children? What I told in till 19th century, but Germany was divided into small independent kingdoms. But once upon a time, these all kingdoms are in the hands of Holy Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire. Okay, na children? And in 1806 year is important. In 1806, the Napoleon Bonaparte, okay, conquered these small kingdoms of Germany and formed Rhine Confederation with how many kingdoms? 39 kingdoms. This was the first time of only one king is ruling these 39 kingdoms of Germany. Okay, na children? Then the nationalist ideas was increased in Germany. The patriots, what is the meaning of patriots? Deshabhaktaru. They want this all kingdoms how to merge and form only one nation. Okay, na children? Again, whenever the Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo in which year? 1815. Then the Vienna Congress, again they revived the king's rule. But at that time we have the Jolo, very important. Jolo, this is a customs union. Jolo is a customs union, means Vartaka Sangam. Jolo is a customs union. Under this Jolo variant, this all kingdoms have a free trade and economic cooperation in the kingdoms. Okay, now children, what I told, the joke again, whenever the Napoleon defeated in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, then the Vienna Congress, they implemented the old system of small kingdoms in the Germany. But they established the Jolo variant, means it was a customs union. They will ask the question in the exam. A customs union in the Germany is called Jolo variant. Okay, they implemented. Okay, they done changes in the trading between the kingdoms. There was a free trade in these kingdoms, and also there should be economic cooperation in these small kingdoms. If you look at our India, we have a free trade in agriculture field where we have going for other states also. Like that only, even though the small king, again the Vienna Congress established the small kingdoms, but there is there we have a free trade and economic cooperation. Okay, this changes made the people of separate country of Germany with merging these all kingdoms. Okay, now children, at last Prussia. Okay, you know about Prussia? Not Russia, Prussia. Prussia is the biggest kingdom in this Germany. Who was the ruler of Prussia? William I. William I was the ruler of Prussia. And who was the chancellor? Bismarck, very very important. Bismarck. Okay, Bismarck was the chancellor. Okay, the Prussia ruler William I and the chancellor Bismarck, they fought for the unification of Germany. They fought three battles in 7 years. Okay, now children, then the Bismarck followed the very very important policy of blood and iron. Very very important, children. They will ask the question in the 9th, 10th also. Who followed the policy of blood and iron? What is the answer? Bismarck. Because Bismarck and William I fought for the unification of Germany. Almost they fought 3 battles in 7 years. Bismarck was increased the military power in this Germany. Okay, and he told that every citizen want to join in the military. Okay, na? Okay, and Bismarck made France, Austria and Holland was isolated, does not want to support by another countries. Why? Because these 3 countries are against to the unification of Germany. Okay, now children, this is about the unification of Germany. What I told. Okay, till 19th century also, Germany was with small independent kingdoms. Once upon a time, they are under the Holy Roman Empire. Then in 1806, Napoleon Bonaparte conquered kingdoms of Germany and formed Rhine Confederation. They will ask the question, who formed Rhine Confederation with the 39 kingdoms? Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, na children? And also, whenever the Napoleon was defeated in Battle in 1815, then the Vienna Congress, again the kingdom was taken out. The small kingdom was taken out. They kept the old system only. Okay, but they implemented the Jolo variant. We means a custom union. Okay, Vartaka Sangam. They changed some trade rules in these kingdoms. Okay, in this all kingdoms they have a free trade and economic cooperation between the kingdoms. This created the nationalist feelings in the people of Germany. Okay, the patriots and the people. Okay, they are raising their voice. Okay, they are raising their voice for the unification of Germany. Okay, na children? And also the Prussia. Okay, Prussia is the biggest kingdom in the Germany. Who was the ruler? William I and Chancellor Bismarck. These two are fought for the unification of Germany. They done they fought 3 battles in 7 years, and Bismarck followed the blood and iron policy. Very very important. And also Bismarck strengthened the military power. At last, Bismarck wanted to isolate France, Austria and Holland. Holland also same, Dutch also same, Netherlands also same. Okay, na? Because they are against the unification of Germany. Okay, children, this is about the topic. Coming to the next, war with Denmark. Okay? By opening the issues of Schleswig. Okay, Schleswig is a place under the control of Denmark. Okay, okay, Schleswig and Holstein. Okay, Bismarck got the first opportunity to be against the nationalist feelings of Prussia by raising the issues of Schleswig and Holstein. Okay, this Schleswig and Holstein war where in the north of Germany. You can see in the picture in your textbook. This was in the hands of the Schleswig and Holstein place in the hands of Denmark. But 400 years, these two places are independent. They are independent. 400 years. They are independent. Okay, na? Then at last the Germany wanted this Holstein and Schleswig. Okay, even though the Bismarck enemy country is Austria, but Bismarck asked the help of Austria. Okay, Bismarck asked help to the Austria. These two forces defeated the Denmark in August 1865. Okay, Holstein was taken by under the control of Austria, and Schleswig, who was administrator? Prussia was the administrator. Okay, children, this is about the war with Denmark. What I told, Bismarck got the first opportunity to rouse, to be against the nationalist feeling of France by raising the issues of Schleswig and Holstein. These two places are in the north of Germany. Okay, and these two places under the control of Denmark only. But if you take 400 years, they are independent. They are independent places. Then Germany wanted these two places. Okay, at last the Bismarck, even though the Bismarck enemy country is Austria also, Bismarck asked for the help of Austria. These two combined forces defeated the Denmark. Okay, in August 1865, year is important. Okay, Holstein is in the hands of Austria, and Schleswig, who was ruled? Prussia was ruled. They are the administrator, means a paripalakul. They are the rulers of a Schleswig place. Okay, na children, this is about the war with Denmark. Okay, children, coming to the next Austro-Prussian war. See, children, in the war with Denmark, this Austria and Prussia combined forces, they defeated the Denmark. Again, they only done the war, Austro-Prussian war. Okay, in the issues of Schleswig and Holstein. Okay, na children? Then the Bismarck, who was the Prussian? Okay, Bismarck. Okay, Bismarck was skillfully and carefully working about the war with Austria and Prussia. Okay, already the Prussia got the support under the leadership of Bismarck, got the support of Russia. Okay, the major aim of Bismarck is to be, okay, the Austria should be alone. No country wanted to support the Austria. Okay, na? That is why Bismarck got the friendship with Russia. Also, Bismarck got the support of Napoleon of France, and also Bismarck got the support of Italy. Okay, na children? Bismarck got the support of Russia. Bismarck got the support of Napoleon Bonaparte of France. Okay, Bismarck told that, okay, Napoleon, you stay neutrality. You stand the neutral, then we will. I accept the expansion of France toward the Rhine Confederation. Okay, I accept. Who told this one? Bismarck. Bismarck told that if France will stay neutral, then I accept the expansion of France towards the Rhine. Okay, na children? I told Rhine Confederation, 39 kingdoms, like that. Okay, na children? And also, Bismarck got the support of Italy also. He given promise, if Prussia will win in this war, then the place of the Venetia will be given to the Italy. If Prussia will win the war, then Venetia place is given to the Italy. Okay, na children? Children, Bismarck got the support of Russia, Napoleon of France, and Italy also. At last, the Austria brought the issues of Schleswig and Holstein towards the German Diet. It is a parliament. Okay, na children? German parliament. German Diet. Then Bismarck told that it is a breach of trust. Okay, he told that it is a breach of trust. You know about the trust, namakam. అంటే ఏం చెప్పడం జరిగింది? నమ్మకం ఉల్లంఘించడం జరిగింది. Who told? Bismarck told to the Austria. Okay, Bismarck ordered Prussian forces to move to the Holstein. At last in July 3rd, the war was July 3rd, 1866. The war was broke out between the Austria and Prussia. Okay, at last Austria was defeated in this war. Then the Austrian troops, Austria soldiers went to the place of Venetia to fight with Italy. Okay, why? Because the Italy was capturing the Venetia. That is why the Austria troops, soldiers went almost 1 lakh. Okay, 1,50,000. Okay, 1,50,000 soldiers of Austria went to the Venetia. Okay, that is why the soldiers of Austria was divided. Then Austria also defeated in the place of Sadova. Okay, na? In the place of Sadova. Already told because of army was divided, Austria was defeated in the place of Sadova also. Okay, na? At last, the places like Schleswig, Holstein, okay, Hanover, and Kassel, and Darmstadt, and Frankfurt. These are the places was taken by the Prussia. All these places are in the North German Confederation. Okay, na children? And similarly, the southern states like Bavaria, Baden, okay, Württemberg, and Hesse-Darmstadt. Okay, these are the places in the southern states. Okay, these are the places where fearing about the Napoleon, because Napoleon aim was to expand the Rhine. That is why they thought that these places will go towards the Napoleon. That is why they are fearing. Okay, now children, this is about the Austro-Prussian War. Okay, what I told, Prussia of Bismarck got the support of Russia, and also Prussia of Bismarck got the support of France. Bismarck told to the France, okay, you should stay neutrality. If you should stay neutrality, I will accept the expansion of France towards the Rhine. Okay, now children. Next, also Bismarck got the support of Italy. Okay, then when Austria brought the issues of Schleswig and Holstein towards the German Diet, and Bismarck told that it is a breach of trust done by the Austria. Okay, నమ్మకంని ఉల్లంఘించింది ఎవరు? Austria. Then Bismarck ordered the soldiers of Prussia towards the Holstein. Okay, na children, at last the war was broken out 3rd July 1866. Then Austria was defeated in this war. Even though Austria's army was divided, then Austria again defeated at the place of Sadova also. Okay, Austria soldiers was defeated, and 150,000 soldiers were went into the Venetia. Okay, they want to fight with Italy because Italy was capturing the Venetia city. Okay, now children, at last they also defeated at that place. The Prussians marched towards the Vienna, which is the capital of Austria. At last, the states like the Northern German Confederation, Schleswig, Holstein, Hanover, Hesse-Kassel, Hesse-Darmstadt, and the Frankfurt, these are the places taken by the Prussia, and southern states like Bavaria, Baden, Württemberg, Hesse-Darmstadt, they are fearing about the Napoleon because if the Napoleon done the expansion of France, the southern states will go to the France. That is the reason. Okay, children, this is about the topic. In the today topic, I told unification of Germany, war with Denmark, Austro-Prussian war. Okay, children. Blood and iron policy of Bismarck is important. July-Verine customs union is important. Austro-Prussian war in which year? July 3rd, 1866 is important. Okay, and Rhine Confederation. How many kingdoms? 39 kingdoms are important. Okay, children, this is about the topic. Hope you understood very well, and whatever the important points I told, try to write down in the rough notes, because okay, when you are reading this history, it is easy to understand. Okay, children, otherwise you will get confused while you are reading the question and answers. Okay, children, thank you.